Hello everyone, good morning. Hope you have your cafe in place and you can have a morning cafe with me and Marisa. This is the Global Empowerment Summit and here we are, the third week of the summit. Exciting sessions coming up. We have 2 workshops right after this interview, one with Nancy about digital self-care and we have another one with Tika about visual tools. So really exciting. Hope you have your emails in hand and you can find the Zoom links in there, or you can go to the website globalempowermenthub.com and you can find the schedule. And when you click on the titles, then you will get the links to the Zoom rooms. So, Marisa, how are you today?
Hi.
How are you? It's beautiful. You are beautiful. You are relaxed as always. So, how did you do that?
So are you? Thank you. Just like you, so such a busy woman, and yet you look so calm.
Thank you, thank you. I heard you did your meditation, and that's part of your kind of like your routine. Why do you think meditation is so important? Just to warm up this conversation until people are joining us.
I think because life is stressful as it is, we go through the whole day, and there are many things that happen to us, and or happened for us to handle situations. But when we start our day in a calm state, where we reset, when we meditate and we let go of what happened yesterday and in the past, so we are all geared up to handle the new day with a new zest of life. That's how I look at it.
It's beautiful. It's like when I'm dancing, I forget about everything. Like yesterday, we were talking about this with Angela that everyone has a different type of meditation because I tried the meditation, the real one, and I was like Julia Roberts in the Eat, Pray, Love. Like I want to go and do something. I couldn't really calm down, so I have to move when I get into this meditative state. So it's only dancing.
Yeah, but I was watching you just now while you were dancing, and I'm thinking that itself is meditative enough. When you watch that, it looks very calming, and that's good enough.
Yeah,
It is what it is,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what everyone has to find their ways, right? So it's not really
Correct.
something that you can find from the outside or someone can push on you. It's all coming from your exploration, what works for you, right?
Correct. Absolutely. I
So
agree.
I'm super happy to have you here today, and this will be an amazing conversation about a very specific topic that I'm really curious about because it's really a niche, and I would love to hear about it more. So your topic is empowering Malaysia to heal naturally, and it's your personal health mission, which is kind of like I really love it. It's something very special. So let's start with the empowering part. What is empowerment for you?
Okay. I think empowerment is different things to different people. For me, I like this saying, this quote that I really keep very close to me. Okay, it goes like this. It says, "I love it when people that have been through hell, right, walk out of the flames carrying buckets of water for those who are still consumed by the flames." I love that. To me, empowerment is using your experiences, whether good or bad, your past experiences, right? And you're going out there to enable other people, okay? And to allow them to experience life whilst you guide them, and share your experiences, whether good or bad, right? That's to me is empowerment, to enable another.
So when you are, do you need power to yourself first, or you can already empower when you are not having power yourself? How do you imagine that?
I I don't believe so. I think we have to find that confidence, that power. We have to heal first. You have to be a full glass, yeah, to be able to empower another and to be able to pour out onto another person. If you're empty, it is quite impossible. Yeah, quite impossible. But having said that, the best way to heal is to empower another. I'll put it that
So
way.
it gives you extra energy when you are getting back, giving back to the people. That's really, really true. But how do you start? Let's start from this angle. How do you start your self healing? How do you make yourself strong? so that you can help others. Because I believe that's something that not everyone knows, and it's sometimes it's hard to start the process of being strong and having enough resources to help others.
Yeah, I think we all go through our degree of grief in life. You know, sometimes it is lesser for some people and more for others. And when you're going through that process, how you choose to come out of it is up to you. You know, we're all going to have to go through that healing. Like, for me, my story. And choosing to empower other people to heal, to come out, to be better, to be stronger. It has to start in the mind first. When that begins in the mind, the body will automatically follow suit, and then the strength comes from within. When that strength comes out, you are able to help another person, to enable another person, to empower another person. You become stronger every time you do that. When you help those who are less fortunate or people who are in need, you realize that, hey, it's not so bad after all, isn't it? You know, what people are going through is even worse than me. Why am I playing victim all the time? It's time to stand up and, help another person. And when you do that, each time you do that, the more you do that, you get stronger and stronger, you know. And for me as well, the three kids are important to me, really important. So it's always making myself stronger and healthier and being around long enough to see my grandkids.
That's a special perspective, actually, because it can be a strong motivation for people to take care of their health. If you are thinking from this perspective that I want to be here for a long time to take care of my kids and to help them in their journey, so I have to be healthy to be able to do that. So it's a really interesting way of seeing things.
Thank you. Thank you. It's different for all of us, yeah?
So let's go further with the topic. You choose to empower Malaysia and to heal people in Malaysia in a natural way. Why do you think it's important? And what are the hurdles? What do you see in Malaysia that made you focus on this topic? What made you start this journey?
I've always been on the search, Andrea, because very simply, I went through an episode myself. Okay, for the past 10 years, I've lost 10 family members to cancer. That's just cancer. That's not even anything else. Yeah, there was heart attack and many other chronic illnesses. Yeah, and when I was diagnosed as having chronic illness, I told myself no, because I've watched time and again how medical science has failed us. Yeah, medical science has failed us. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sure a lot of doctors, there are a lot of great doctors out there. Half of us won't be around if it wasn't for them. Yeah, but in my case, I've watched how it failed us. Yeah, and I've noticed that with medication, there was always side effects. You know, when you're healing from one thing and then you're getting another illness, so there has to be a better way to heal. I'm not going to go through that process, and I started using food to heal. I started researching and I started reading, because we were all ages ago in the Stone Age, we were all not born, with medication, isn't it? Our forefathers. So they used food. So as we go, we first have to diagnose and realize, how did we get sick in the first place? It's what we eat. It's the food that we eat most of the time. And I realized that in Malaysia, you know how wonderful the food is, right? Yeah, we have the best food here from all over the world, but it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, it's great for you at the same time.
It's hard to choose
Too much.
something that is really healthy.
Correct. It's too much of a good thing, yeah. You see, in the morning we have nasi lemak, for breakfast, roti canai. It's all full of fat. It's all laden with even nasi lemak. If you directly translate it, it's called fat rice. That alone, it's not great. So we've done all these things, and coupled with the stress and all the grief that goes on in our lives, okay, it turns out to become an illness. So if we can scale back and we can let go of all these things one by one. Stress, meditation, why I meditate, to release stress. Have more physical activity. And food, do it naturally. If we can do it naturally with food, we can heal. We will realize that there is no side effects with food, right? It's natural. It's easy. It's easy to get from. The resources are abundance all over the place. You can grow your own food, for goodness sake, right? Not, and everybody can afford it. So that's how I feel,
Yeah,
and
that's something very important that I believe it's also in Malaysia. It's not really in the common. I hear some radios. There are some, I think, Light FM or something. They are doing sometimes these nice consciousness messages that be careful, eat, drink a lot of water, eat healthy food, and all this. But otherwise, I don't really see anything around which is making the people, see more or just to explore the options that, okay, I can eat nasi lemak in the morning, but maybe it's too heavy and I can replace it with an oatmeal or with fruits or anything else. That it's
correct.
not in the common sense, right?
Yes. And food in its most natural form is always the best. You know, uh, Having fruits, raw vegetables as much as possible. All those things are going to heal us. The vitamins, the phytonutrients, those are all going to help us to combat the stress that we are facing daily, and the lack of nutrients. And that's why we are all getting sick. We're all getting sick because mainly it's the stress, right? And then it's the bad food that we put into our body. If we can actually just, I won't say give up on eating and go on a certain diet or whatever it is, it's always just think natural, think natural. If you're going to eat chicken that looks like chicken, not in a sausage or chicken ham or
Yeah.
something like that,
I just read a
Yeah,
book about this, and they said that the closer it is to the original form that is coming from the ground, right, or from the source, the
yes,
better it is. So the more it's worked up and, like the sausage, it's changed already with the forms and you don't know what's inside,
yeah.
then it's a little bit on the red light. You don't
Yeah,
eat that.
I want to highlight this. Yesterday, I was watching this documentary on Netflix. We all have Netflix, right? It's
Yeah.
called What the Health. What the Health? Real eye opener. I've watched a Game Changer, right? Before Game Changer, and I thought that was awesome, spot on, But yesterday, when I watched What the Health, it's amazing the number of doctors who are so aware these days. I was so pleased. I was so pleased because when I first embarked into this natural lifestyle and all, you have a lot of resistance from people in the medical field, and like, no, medicine is still the best, and I'm always arguing. It's no point arguing, but when we listen and to the doctors who have actually cured patients using the natural way, it makes you feel there's hope, that people will listen finally. I cured myself from pancreatic cancer, yeah, pancreatic cancer using the natural way, and pancreatic cancer, it's pretty serious, stress and everything that I went through got me there, coupled with the bad lifestyle and the terrible food I ate. And I was on keto diet for like 12 or 13 years. Okay, I'm not banging keto diet. I know it's great for some people, it's sensitive, but it did that to me. Yeah, it did that to me. It's my personal experience. So I had to unlearn and relearn everything again. Okay, I went to Bali every 6 months to reset, and I watched their lifestyle and how they lived the natural way, and people were getting healthier. Have you been to Bali? A lot of,
Yes, I love Bali. My favorite book is Eat, Pray, Love. Of course, I went to
yeah, I
Bali.
see. You mentioned that, see, a lot
Yeah.
of Westerners, foreigners, they go there and they reset. They eat natural food, they eat raw food, right? They go on the juicing diets, they meditate, um, they go for relaxing massages and walks, and that's how life should be. You see, in between, I know we have our jobs, we have our stress and all that, but we have to make time for stuff like that. So when we go there and we reset, I come back and I try to incorporate that into our daily lives. So I do the meditation, I do my sweat, my sweating, my relaxing, and I eat raw food as much as I can. And just doing natural stuff like that, I can heal. My blood works are perfect now. So I'm thinking, if I can do that, imagine the number of people I can save out there just advocating eating natural stuff, you know? And
That's
for
beautiful,
me,
a
that's
beautiful
why.
mission. I believe that's something very beautiful. I'm just experiencing with vegetarian food because I was reading the book. I think the title is How Not to Die, and it's about
Ah,
plant-based diets.
that
And
guy, that guy
it's a
spoke
really good
on
one.
yes, what the health? That doctor,
Yes.
Michael McGregor,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
so,
I will
yes.
just post the book here because I just read it, and it's telling the advantage of going not fully. You can still have a little meat. I love fish and I love dairy, so I'm not fully vegetarian, but I eat less. And now I'm testing it for 3 months because in my family there was a risk for heart attack and all the
Oh,
usual things. It's inherited in my family, so kind of like I wanted to figure out what to do. And the guy was talking about how plant-based food is cleaning the plaques on your veins, and it's really good for long-term health. So I'm experimenting, and it's, of course, it's not good for everyone. Of course, I cannot go full vegan, but it's kind of a nice journey to figure out, and I don't feel tired. I feel more energetic, I believe, since I started. It's now 1.5 months. And I feel
congratulations.
very light. That's also something
Mm.
that I experienced, that I'm more light when I was eating a lot of meat. It was a little bit more, I felt heavy. I couldn't, sleep so deeply. So it's really, really some nice effects already. I'm
Since
really
you read
curious.
I'm happy for you. Since you read that book, you must watch this. Okay, you must watch What the Health. Okay, because McGregor, the doctor, he's he speaks a lot there, right? He's just one of many. I think there are like 10 doctors there giving their opinion on this and where they've experimented. Okay, the thing is that this is the US we're talking about, right? The US, they're so advanced. They know so many things more than us in Malaysia, I would think. They're light years ahead. Here, everything that is a trend or a fad there, we pick it up few years behind. Yeah. So I feel that advocating here is a little bit of a challenge. But if I have all these references by these doctors, to convince people, to speak to people, I believe that it will happen for me. It will happen for all of them. Yeah. And the thing with you, Andrea, is everybody is like that, and everybody should be like that, one step at a time. When I went to Bali, I was like, what? I'm just going to do this here for 5 days, and I'm going to go back and eat my rubbish again. Go to my roti canai and I'm going to go back to that. That's what I used to think. Right? Not. But when I enjoyed that feeling of lightness, that energy, that 5 days. Then after that, I said, okay, I'm going to extend this to 10 days. It's all baby steps, one step at a
Yes.
time. And then I started choosing. And then I started researching and researching. And the amazing thing that I want to share with everybody here, right? If you could just do these two things, you are going to change your life, right? And this I discovered after a long time, baby steps. First thing in the morning, lemon water. 500 mLs of water, half a lemon squeeze in there. Drink it up with a straw because it can be a little harsh on your teeth. Yeah, drink lemon water with a straw. After 45 minutes, half an hour to 45 minutes, take pure celery juice. At least 500 mLs of celery juice. Okay. Once you do that, you will change your life. I reversed my tumor marker from 53. Pancreatic 70 is late stage already. I was at 53, and that was crazy. I thought I was super healthy on my keto diet and all that, right? And then when I started doing this, it dropped to nothing. Now I'm normal. Everything is normal. So I told myself, I said, hey, if I can reverse all the cysts and everything that I went through with just simple steps like this, of course, I have more and more steps. But I don't want to scare anybody here, too many things at one time. It's not good. Just the
And
lemon
also
water.
we have to say, just before you continue, we have to say we are not doctors. We are not
Yes.
really health
Oh,
specialists
yes.
in this
No.
field. So you have to consult with your own doctor before you change anything, because it's very important that you are aware of the things, and we cannot say what to do to you. These are just tips and
Absolutely.
experiences, what we
Yes.
experience. So make sure you always ask your doctor before you change your
Correct.
diet, or you choose
Yes,
something
yes.
different.
Yeah, and watch What the Health, please. Okay, and Game Changer. Those two are good. I am not a doctor at all, right? I do a lot of research because I've been through a lot, and my family members have been through a lot, and through experiences, we heal the natural way, and that is just our personal experience. If any of you have been through anything, please share with us as well. That'll be awesome, right? Um,
Yeah,
those
and
two
please
things.
also ask your questions, because we are here for a while with Marisa. So if you have any questions, and I want to welcome Anis, Taranjit, and Dr. Anjali. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put it into the comments. We also have someone.
Good morning.
Good morning, my sister Susan. So we have a
That's
lot
my
of viewers.
sister from
Yeah, I
Singapore.
think so.
Sharon from Singapore.
So please make sure you ask your questions, put it in the comments, and we will try to answer them as much as we can. We have Sing Fong also here. Bali mindset change. Eating nasi lemak under pleasure is healthy than eating rabbit food. Yeah, there are many perspectives. So Sing Fong is on the other
To
side,
each
enjoying
their
life.
own. To each their own. We're all speaking from experiences. To each their own. There's no
Yeah,
forcing,
and
and
actually
like
it's a personal choice, right? So
it is
it's not that we want to force anything on anyone.
never.
As we said, please consult your doctor first. Second, if you like
Yes.
it, then do it. And third, make your own mix if you still like. I mean,
Correct.
I will not say to a good, nicely handmade, handcrafted pizza. Sometimes I still eat it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But I
Yep.
make sure I'm not eating it every day, but I take it on the weekends sometimes, when we go out, and I'm still looking on the ingredients, or looking at the quality of the pizza where I'm ordering it. I'm not really greedy to order from a place that is healthy.
So the thing is that, yeah, I took baby steps as well to get where I am. To
Yeah,
consume
Anjali
it
is
warm
saying
water.
she
Yeah,
used to eat
yes,
warm water with
yes.
lemon, with cinnamon. I love
Yeah,
ginger also. You can put ginger in it.
correct. Speaking of that, I like to share with you guys that on top of what I did, the lemon water and the juice, the pure celery juice. Okay, of course, after the celery juice, 45 minutes, I will always take this concoction. Yeah, this concoction is there's ginger, there's turmeric, there's a few other ingredients as well. Yeah, pepper,
Yes,
and I
turmeric
always make this
is a
concoction.
magic food. I remember.
It is. It is awesome. It is awesome. It is a healer. And again, not everybody can take it, but I chose to take it, right? So when I started taking that, that also contributed to me getting much healthier than before. So I've decided that I will be capsulizing it. Actually, I started capsulizing it not for me and not to sell, but to help my sisters, to help my daughter, my kids, because they cannot take the turmeric and the ginger like that. They're like, so I have to put it in the capsule, so it's easier for them to consume, because I want to promote. Then I had more and more friends asking me, hey, can you please give me some as well? So I started, doing, and now there's another batch. People are asking me, can you please give us some as well? I said, okay, sure, I'll do it. So now I'm thinking, maybe I should look into that. It's natural foods,
No, it's really
Ayurvedic.
really an experience journey on your own. I also eat the turmeric in the morning. So what I do is I squeeze the lemon and the orange, and then after I put the turmeric and ginger powder, and then I mix it together, and then just I drink it on the empty stomach. So yeah, you have a lot of
Have you
things.
tried? Yeah. Have you tried the golden milk? the golden milk.
No, what is
I don't
that?
promote. I mean, I don't take dairy, so I use nut milk. It's either oat milk or you can have almond milk. You heat it up, right, and you put turmeric in it, right? So it becomes like a latte, but it's like a turmeric latte. And you use
So
a
you a
cinnamon
normal
stick.
milk or in almond milk or which type of milk?
I use almond milk. I use almond milk because
Mhm.
I choose to be vegan, and then I use a cinnamon stick to
Oh,
stir the turmeric
nice.
in there. Yeah, and then it's warm and it's foamy. It's like having a latte at night, and it prepares you to be sleepy.
So you heat it up on the stove, the milk, and then
Yes,
you put the turmeric
I pour
inside, a
it.
little bit, a pinch or a half of a teaspoon, or how
It's
much?
up to you. It's up to you. Some people prefer more. Just a pinch will be good enough. Some people they don't mind having a little bit more turmeric. It's up to you because turmeric is safe and
Mm-hmm.
it's natural, so that's fine. For me, I like more turmeric. The kids are like, oh no, just a little bit. But the cinnamon stick, as you stir, right, the cinnamon with the cinnamon stick, the flavor comes out, and it's really nice and healthy, and it feels what do you call it? At night when you have a nightcap.
Soothing,
So
soothing before,
this is
yeah.
yeah, it makes you sleepy. So this is my
Nice.
nightcap. Maybe it's
I
my
will try
mindset.
it tonight.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's called the
Good.
golden milk. Yeah, because it
Golden
looks
milk.
golden
Okay,
in color.
let's see the comments. We have so many comments coming up. We have a question from Anis.
Ah,
If we don't fancy raw vegetables, if we cook or stir fried, is it
yeah,
still healthy? This is always the question, the stir fried.
correct. I know. Okay, of course, the ultimate is to take it raw, but not everybody. It's not for everybody. It's better than nothing. Having stir fried vegetables is okay. Right, not sometimes maybe perhaps we look at the oil that we use, not too much oil,
What
garlic,
are the
throwing
good
some
oils?
garlic. Olive oil is awesome. You can use a little bit of coconut oil, as long as no canola or corn oil, if possible. I would go for olive oil, extra virgin olive
Mhm.
oil, just a dash of it, and then throw in your garlic. Right now, anis, throw garlic in, onions, and then stir fry. Put a bit of Himalayan rock salt and some pepper, garam masala or something like that, and it tastes really good.
Perfect, perfect. We have
Love it.
Anjali here asking, Marisa, can you share the ginger cannot even pronounce this concoction.
Concoction. Okay, I use ginger powder. Okay, I use turmeric, and I use black pepper in it. Okay, all right. And according to the symptoms of some of my buddies who seek help from me, if they have high blood sugar and all that, I would recommend cinnamon as well. And then certain other illnesses, I will put other spices. Is Ayurvedic, right? My partner is Indian, and since the beginning, he practiced this with me, and he told me, no, we have to take this all the time, and you will see benefits. And I really did. So I recommend this to everybody. We just go with the basic, even with turmeric and black pepper, because why? Black pepper assists turmeric to be absorbed into your body. Okay, and when you take black pepper, your absorption of turmeric is like 2,000 times better. So that's why black pepper is great, right? So even with those two, so that's great. If you want to throw in ginger, awesome. Is that
Very good. And
okay?
Anis is saying that she cannot eat turmeric. So is there a
Okay.
replacement which is similar to turmeric?
Um, turmeric. Turmeric is turmeric. Ginger is good. Are you okay with ginger? All
Let's
those spices are good.
ask
Yeah,
her. Please just write if ginger. Try ginger anise and the lemon water and
yeah.
the celery water. I think already it's a good start with the golden milk
Yes,
at night.
yes. Yeah, correct. I don't want to load you with too many things. You'll be like, it's too many things for me. I do feel sometimes all this typical health food is quite costly and not every. Yeah, I agree. I agree. When you go and buy them from, which is why when I do what I do, I don't charge a lot. And it's just the cost and whatever capsulation and all that. It's because when I went through my healing process, I did feel that, Cheryl. I felt that, a lot of people who take advantage of healthy food, healthy, organic, this and that. It's really expensive and not everybody can afford it. So does that mean that the simple your next door neighbor cannot heal just because they cannot afford, right? It shouldn't be that way. So if I can share with people simple lemon. So on my LinkedIn page, I always show hacks on how to save the lemon so that you can use it for a longer time. I freeze lemon juice. I juice lemon, for example. I put it in the ice tray in the freezer and I freeze it, and then I put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I use 2 cubes in the morning, put it in the water and drink with my straw. I save money doing things like that, you know. And when I juice my celery is quite expensive, isn't it? Australian celery. So yeah, when I juice it, what happens is, although I use a Cowings juicer, the husk that comes out is still wet, So I go through the juicer one more time. I put it through the juicer one more time, and I get quite a bit, half a cup, So it's all little ways of saving money, If you think, for example, turmeric is expensive, go to the wet market. It's quite cheap there, or
I
grow
think the
your own
turmeric here it's so affordable. All this ginger
cheap,
powder, turmeric powder, and everything because we are come on, and it's base of the Indian food, and it's just available
I
everywhere.
grow my own. I want to grow my own as well. I grow small bits. I want to grow more in the future, so that I can have a lot and I can dry it up and ground it and make my own.
So Taranjit is
The
saying
golden milk,
she just
awesome.
wanted to mention the golden milk. I think your
I'm so
sister is
happy
just
we have
having
so many.
I think your
Yes,
sister
my
is just
sister.
having the celery juice for morning.
I'm
Hi,
always
Tarek.
bugging
Very
her.
nice to see you here.
Hi.
And
We just
yeah,
take
we
milk
just
and
did
dairy milk.
turmeric.
Okay. All right. Because I'm
Oh, so
allergic to
nice.
lactose. Yeah.
And yeah, she will
Please
try
try.
also.
Yeah. If you're lactose intolerant, please use the nut milk, And the good part, the best part about this concoction is you will lose weight.
Oh, yes.
That's the
That's
best
also
part.
an
And we
additional.
women love that.
Cheryl is writing again about the channel, tells you how these so-called healthy foods and industry is roaring in millions. In the olden days, people lived for years with no ailments, and cow milk was the only option, no soya or almond. Yeah, there are a lot of perspectives, right,
Yes,
Marisa,
yes.
about
But
this.
but
Which one is
Cheryl,
the good, what to do?
we're all going to have our own opinion, and we can argue till the cows come home. We all can do that. But it is all going to go back to personal experiences. So what I'm sharing today is just a personal experience that I went through. So that's all. It's either for you or not. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I
That's
love the
awesome.
activity, guys. Keep it coming, and please
Yeah,
ask me
lemon,
questions
ginger,
also.
turmeric. That is awesome. That is really great. I think you're on the way to great health. You know?
Yes,
Oh
it
my
seems
God,
the
we've
turmeric
got so
is.
many healthy, so
Yeah,
many
it
healthy
seems
people here.
turmeric is
I
in.
am blessed. I'm so happy. Yeah, but those are simple household things that we all have in our kitchen anyway. Use them. Of course, I do my juicing and my smoothies and all that. That's always on my LinkedIn. I always share all my recipes. I'm an open book. I share everything that I do, and I want to compile everything into an ebook and give everybody one day. If you think you can benefit from it, please drop by. But most importantly, that concoction I was talking to you about, that has helped a lot of people with diabetes. Yeah, there's diabetics are plenty nowadays in Malaysia. Yeah, for every 8 people, I think there's one diabetic, and the numbers are getting more and more. So in the US, it's even higher. So those simple things like that can help us. Why not? As opposed to taking medication. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not asking you to stop your medication. No, no. Please check with your doctor. But for me, it was a good alternative because I was also pre-diabetic and it helped me. Yeah. If you have any questions.
For the newcomers, we were proposing some ideas what to watch. So we had the What the Health. I think it was on
Yes.
Netflix, and we were also talking about a
Game
book called
changer.
How Not to Die from
Yes.
Michael Greger. So if you are interested in plant-based food, then that's something also to read. And do you have any other tips for the audience? Books to get to know more about this topic and the healthy lifestyle, or even a cookbook that they can use?
Okay. I'm not asking everybody to believe what I believe, but throughout my journey of healing, right, I also came into contact with to find out about heavy metal, toxic heavy metal. Have anybody heard about toxic heavy metal? Yeah, right. I didn't realize actually that that's also a major player when it comes to chronic illnesses, Alzheimer's, when it comes to stuff like that, and there's so many ways that we actually introduce heavy metal into our bodies without us realizing. Okay, then I read further and I researched further, and there was this guy, the medical medium, Anthony Williams, the medical medium. So this celery juice and the lemon and all that is his protocol basically. So I started following him, and he's got millions of followers on Facebook, on every platform you can think of. He's there, and he's healed millions of people as well using just very simple methods. And he's got some of the most amazing vegan recipes, if you ask me, and usually I share a Malaysianized version or an Asian version of whatever recipes they share, because sometimes when it's too westernized, we Asians, we don't find that it's to our palate, it doesn't taste so great. So I Malaysianize it or Asianize it. For example, I use millet to make nasi lemak, right? I still want nasi lemak, right? So I use millet instead of rice, yeah. And the sambal, instead of ikan bilis or anchovies, I use mushrooms, stuff like that. I replace, and it's great. I still get to enjoy my nasi lemak. Simple things like
I
that.
think let's go back to the comments, and I see that someone is trying to lose weight. Do you have any natural ways that can enhance the way how you lose weight? Because I know that it's just like 80% food and 20% of exercise. So food is super
Absolutely.
important.
The celery juice, the lemon water and the celery juice alone, those two are going to help you to lose weight. Because when I started that, I lost 8 kgs. Okay, 8 kgs, which is like 16 pounds, just
Did you change
16,
your diet
17
too, or
pounds.
you just took it next to your normal food?
No, I became vegan, the thing is that the celery juice is very detoxing. It's very cleansing and it's very detoxing. So is the lemon water. So you'll be going to the toilet a lot, okay? You'll be visiting the bathroom, that will be your best friend for a while. A lot of toxins will be removed from your body. The first thing you will lose is also all the water retention. Yeah, your inflammation will go down. Okay, I'm not a doctor, just telling you what my experiences, right? And after that, I when you feel light and you feel good, you don't want to put oil into your body. So I stayed away from oil, and I started eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. I love honey. I love honey. I dunk everything in honey, okay, and eat. And I didn't put on weight doing that. Okay, I lost weight. I kept losing weight just doing that. And my concoction, my turmeric concoction, that makes me feel really warm and hot. Every time I take that, I sweat a lot more. So when I work out, I just do light exercises, and I lose weight. Yeah, I sweat a lot. Yeah, balanced
So
diet is
Simpong is
important.
saying
Yep,
that balanced diet, yeah, it's very important, and always
it's
take
important.
into consideration
Yeah,
that you need to research what you do. Ask your
correct.
doctor, ask nutritionist, ask people who are experts in this field. Why? Because everyone is different.
Yeah,
Your body is different.
yes.
How you react on food is different. Maybe you are allergic to something, so it's also different. So make sure you are always researching first before you change your diet or you start something new. And you don't have to start with big steps, right, Marisa? It can be very small
baby
steps, implemented in baby steps, and yeah, that's. Thank you very much, Simpong, for this. Ebook, yeah, you can read a lot. There are a lot of ebooks available, so you can do that. Good sharing from Taranjit. Thank you very much, Taranjit.
Thank you.
Hope you will enjoy your celery juice and your lemon juice. Natural remedies to help. Yes.
Most importantly, whatever you're doing, enjoy yourself. Okay, enjoy it. Enjoy the process, the journey. And that's the most important thing. Yes, millet is awesome. It's an awesome replacement for rice. I like and millet. I can do anything with millet. I can make nasi goreng with millet. I can
Anis is asking the nasi lemak recipe with millet. How is it?
It's nasi lemak exactly how you make nasi lemak, right? But you use millet instead of nasi, right? And then it's awesome. It's not easy to get the pure honey. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Trent. It is not easy to get pure honey, but do research, do find out. There are a lot of write-ups and certifications. I heard some big brands from Australia were also a lot of sugar.
Yep.
So yeah, you're right. Do research and find out. Speak to somebody who is an expert. I'm not an expert in honey, so I can't
but
comment
save the
too
bees.
much. Yes. But I love honey. I do love honey. Sometimes I'm also very cautious. Oh, my sister's asking which part of the day do I take my turmeric? Okay, I take it in the morning and at night. Okay, you don't have to take it twice a day. You can just take it once a day, and whichever is convenient for you. Some people are rushing out in the morning, so it's not convenient for them, right? The night time is more convenient. So do what is comfortable to you and something that you can do consistently. So when you do consistently, you'll see results. Yeah. So don't force yourself. Coconut sugar is good, but it's a substitute. Oh, yeah. That's true. Coconut
this
sugar.
Is something very important. Like we don't really use salt or just very, very small amount, and we don't use sugar in our food. I don't know how you do, but normally I'm sweetening the things with cinnamon because it gives this little sweet tone. But what else can we use instead of sugar? In Malaysia, everything is so sweet. That's some of my problems here to find anything without sugar.
For me, I think you're right because the fruits and all are so sweet as well. So, for example, okay, I have this thing called which I like to eat and like to make for myself. I make nasi ulam, but there's no nasi in it. Okay, so I cut all the vegetables and the torch ginger. What do you call torch ginger, Sharon? What do you call torch ginger again? I forgot. I slice all of that nicely and I mix it up, all the vegetables, the herbal vegetables. It's really nice. Usually the Malays will cook rice and they mix that in and they have a nice sauce that goes with it. So for me to sweeten it up, I use ripe pineapple. I blend the ripe pineapple, so it's really sweet and nice. So I can use it as a sauce. If I want chilies, I can put chilies in that as well to sweeten that. Spicy and sweet, I put Himalayan rock salt if I want, that's okay as well.
I think I heard about apple sauce, also a sweetener, and the other one was plum, dried plum. When you have the dried plum and you just push it through. And even I heard that they cooked it. I mean, they replace oil and everything, and they just put the puree, and then they put the vegetables after.
Yep.
It's kind of like something that makes it sweeter.
And you know what's a good snack? Oh, Cheryl saying what? A good snack is also dates.
Yes,
the natural dates. They're lovely and they're really good for you. It helps your digestion like crazy, And another one that will send you to the toilet as well. But healthy, eat as much as you want, Again, ask your doctor.
So Cheryl is saying she's using quinoa.
Quinoa is also a good substitute for rice. It's higher in protein. Actually, it's quite good. Dates, prunes are good. Yeah, correct. Good natural sweeteners and good for the digestive tract. Bananas. Yes, thank you, Anjali. Bunga kantan. That is torch ginger. Yes. Okay, I love that one. I love that one. You know, with chili, and then you just mix it all up with the other vegetables, and then I eat that with the sambal, my own made sambal. You know, I will share all these recipes. I will share all these recipes in my LinkedIn. You know, and eventually, every time I share quite a bit, I will compile it into an ebook, so it's easy to give my LinkedIn family members and friends. Yeah.
I think everyone is waiting for it. This is a topic that seems to be very, very popular. So I'm really happy to have you here today. I'm asking again the people who are joining in, if you have any questions, and you have a few minutes more to put it in the comments, and we will answer it soon. Thank you very much for watching us. It's kind of like a very nice session. I love the
Yes.
activity. So please
Yes.
keep it
I'm
active.
enjoying
Join the
all your
whole
company.
thing.
Thank you. Thank you for making time to come here. Right. Yeah. And another one I want to share, talking about weight loss, right? Uh, I use a trampoline, okay, or you call it a rebounder, the small trampoline, right? Okay, because I'm going to be 50 next year, right? So I'm looking after my joints and my bones, okay? I don't necessarily want to hurt my knees and stuff like that. So the trampoline is really good, or the rebounder. And apparently half an hour of that is equivalent to 45 minutes of running. So the sweat you get out of that is also amazing, you know, and it helps with the detox and draining when you bound. And it's fun. It's really fun. If you run out of
I
ideas
heard
and you
that
have a
Tony Robbins is doing that now at
yes,
his sessions. He's jumping up and down during the sessions with the people. And I also saw someone, I think Wasim, one of our speakers, he had it in the room,
ah,
and he said in between sessions, while he's sitting a lot in front of the computer, he just gets up and goes to the trampoline and makes some jumps, and then sits back to the to
one
the
of your
computer.
speakers, a friend of mine, Andreas does that as well, you know, in
Ah,
between his
nice.
sessions. Yeah. So I do that. I do that in between. And when you get this brain fog and you can't think, you know, you go and do that and you start having ideas. All sugars are sugar. I beg to differ. We're all going to have our own opinion, but it's not the same. For me, it's not the same. Yeah. And again, this is through experience and research. You know, uh,
Yeah, I
I
think sugar is
you know,
always like a very debated thing. I believe it's some of the sugar, it's of course needed, but we have a lot of sugar already in the food what we take in. So
yes,
most of the time, extra sugar on it's not needed, because
it's
the
not
fruits have
necessary. Yeah.
sugar, the carb. I mean, everything which has carbohydrate, like it's like sugar. So you really don't need to take extra on the top. So it's something that
Right.
we watch, and we can avoid
Yeah.
getting
That
diabetes.
one we need advice from you because you're so slim, Andrea. You know, you kept yourself so
It's
well.
just
So
dancing. I
whatever you
guess
say
it's my
works.
it's my dancing since I was 6. So I would really encourage everyone to take something that you love. It doesn't have to be dancing. It can be cycling, running, hiking,
Any
swimming,
activity,
according
yeah?
to your body, and do it
Correct.
regularly. And that's it. It will
Yes.
take back to your shape, I believe.
Correct, correct. Yep, and enjoy it. When you're enjoying it, you're also distressing at the same time. It becomes like a meditation process. Remember, we talked about meditation in the beginning. You know, meditation can come in any form. But for you,
What
it's
is a short
dancing.
meditation that you would suggest to the people? Like a very short one, like a morning meditation, like 5 to 10 or 15 minutes that people can do
Um,
before working day.
I listen to Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty has a very good, you know, he walks you through the process, and that's good. And for those of you who have the Fitbit watch, you know, the Fitbit has actually really good meditation as well. Even on Spotify, there are a lot of meditation. What do you call that? Walkthroughs as well. So you can actually listen to the podcast whilst meditating if you want. I listen to Jay Shetty there, and it helps me every morning, to pick myself up. And then sometimes when it's difficult to sleep, then I will meditate before I sleep as well, another 5 minutes. I think Jay Shetty is good. Give him a try. Why not? You know. How about you, Andrea? Do you meditate in the morning?
I cannot, I just dance. I believe that's the one
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
doing.
forgot.
I use dancing. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that can switch off my brain. So,
All right.
but tell us a little bit more about it. I think I have a little bit of technical problem, so I will be straight back. I would love you to take over the studio until I fix it. Tell a
Okay,
little
sure,
bit the
sure.
summary of today's session, if you could do that, and I will be back in a minute.
Okay, sure. All right. For those of you who don't know, I was diagnosed with having a very high tumor marker, yeah, pancreatic cancer, I was told, and I was going through a lot of stress during that time. I was a single mom with 3 children, lost my mother not too long ago, then to colon cancer and stuff like that. And I was going through a lot, and I was diagnosed and we didn't want to accept that, and I decided, no, I'm going to research and I'm going to do something natural to heal myself, right? And after researching and finding out, then I started this lemon water, celery juice, right? And I also do the liver rescue smoothie. Yeah, I started changing my diet and going to Bali every 6 months. Every 6 months, I go there. I do my relaxation, my meditation, and then I've also become vegan eventually. That was a choice. I'm not saying that everybody should do it. It's a choice, and it has helped me. It has helped me to become a much healthier person. And I have a concoction that I use as well, right? And that has helped me to reduce my cancer marker to almost nothing, yeah, and to become a much healthier person. And no more brain fog. I had brain fog, I had chronic fatigue, I had everything under pre-diabetes, everything. So I'm clear of everything right now, and that's why I go about advocating and sharing, okay, and hoping whatever I do and I share can help any one of you. Just one of you, just one person healing from this, it'll be great already for me. Yeah. Do try and reach out to me if you have any questions, about my journey. I'm more than happy to help you. I'm not a doctor, not at all. I'm just somebody who's experienced wellness after, a process of being sick. That's all.
Thank you very much, Marisa, for sharing this morning. I believe we shared a lot of how you said, a lot of
Experiences.
things that we experienced,
Correct.
right? So please
Yes.
always do precautions whenever you listen to videos like this or people like us
Yeah.
online. Do double check, do research, do ask your
Yeah.
doctors and every health practitioner. And thank you very much for being here. Anis, Simfong, Anjali, Cheryl, your sister, Taran, and
Thank you
also
so
Jack.
much.
Thank you very much, Taranjeet. I hope I mentioned everyone here. It was an amazing session. You can rewatch it later if you need some tips. And now we are heading to the workshop room where Nancy Burrows is talking about digital self-care, which is very important today. So do join the workshop rooms. If you have a free ticket, you already have the Zoom links. And the easiest way is to get your email that you received from info@Change Your Life Socialize, and you will find the link exactly there. Or you can go to the web page and go to the schedule menu page, and you will find the calendar there. So you just have to click on the embedded calendar title, and you will come and get all the details with the different links, and you can hop into the room. Thank you very much, Marisa. We have to go now and
Most welcome.
continue with
Okay.
Nancy. It was an amazing session. Thank you very much for
It was
everyone who was
amazing. Thank
watching.
you. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Have a great
Thank you,
day.
guys. Bye bye.
Bye.